is the one. Hello everyone, welcome back to another film review. My name is Adam, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the film Coyote Ugly on extended cut DVD. Directed by David McNally, it's written by Gina Wenkos, with uncredited work from Kevin Smith and a couple of others. It's based on the Muse of the Coyote Ugly Saloon by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it stars Piper Perabo, Adam Garcia, and John Goodman. Cinematography was done by Amir Mokri, and it's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, who we're going to be doing a few more Jerry Bruckheimer productions moving forward, as I really like his work, and that's why I'm reviewing this one. It was released on August the 4th, 2000 on a budget of 45 million. It made over 113 million in the global box office takings, and I'm sure went on to make more in home video. It's available on VHS, DVD, and on Blu-ray, but has yet to make a 4K appearance. Now, the reason I've got it on the DVD, the extended cut, is because this cost £2. You know, the Blu-ray, which is about £16 second-hand on eBay, has both this cut and the theatrical cut, which is a 6-minute runtime difference. So for 16 quid, and I'm probably only going to want to watch one of those cuts, I couldn't really justify it against £2, and in all honesty, it looks great on my system. The picture quality of this DVD on my system is just as good as what the Blu-ray would have looked like. In fact, the master for both the versions on Blu-ray and DVD are from the common same 2K scanned master, so you'll see the exact same picture elements in both films. In fact, I noticed even on the DVD it's got a little bit of speckling from the film grain. I can imagine on Blu-ray that shows up a lot more with the wider dynamic range and bolder colors and higher whites. So I'm quite glad that I've got the DVD version, as that might be a bit distracting on the Blu-ray. In all honesty, it's a fine film, you know. I haven't got much to say about it, to be honest. I never watched it when it first came out. I heard about it, I knew about it, but I never got round to watching it. It was never a must-have, you know. But because I want to go through a lot of Jerry Bruckheimer productions, you know, like, I was going to say Top Gear then. Top Gun, you know, Days of Thunder, Bad Boys and all that. We've already done a few. Moving forward, we're going to be doing loads more. I had to look at this one, you know. It actually was shot on Panavision lenses. It was actually shot on Panavision cameras using prime lenses on the 35mm Kodak Vision stock negative. And it really does show the prime lenses. The scenes in the Coyote bar, where the colors going around, is really nice. There's lots of reds, blues and greens, color casting on everyone's face, and they really do pop. I'm going to put some screenshots here and video footage from, you know, me just, you know, with my phone, you know, at the TV. But the quality of the film production is actually really nice. I can imagine this would do well on 4K with the HDR and the wider dynamic range available, but I really found this version really quite pleasing. Inside on the DVD, it's just the disc, and it's a single disc. Can you believe a single disc, given the fact that there are loads of extras on the back here? You've got a commentary track on this disc from all the Coyotes and Jerry Bruckheimer. Now, on the DVD version, it's just the one commentary track, and they've kind of edited both Jerry in with the girls, but on the Blu-ray, they are two distinct commentary tracks. One is on the theatrical and one is on the unrated, and which is the extended cut, and it really does show on this version when they start intercutting, when you know what footage was extended in this version. Suddenly things go quiet, or Jerry comes in and says, you know, something else, or the director pops in and says something random. You know, it's really quite funny. There is a featurette on here, Searching for the Stars, about 3 of the actresses in this. That runs to about 10 minutes, and it's the main sort of featurette on the disc. It's got a Coyote 101, and basically 3 separate little cuts that equal to about 6 minutes of people dancing, basically. And there's a couple of more featurettes on here, all about 3 to 6 minutes long, plus the deleted scenes, again 6 minutes. I don't know what it is with the number 6 on this. There's an action overload sequence, which is about 3 to 5 minutes, and it's basically all of them dancing, every dance sequence in the film put together. And you get the theatrical trailer and the music video. Now, that's quite a lot for a film that's about an hour and 47 minutes, with all those extras on one disc. You'd think the quality of the picture would be absolute trash, but in actual fact, it's actually not too bad. I was able to play this on both my 4K Blu-ray player, which is HDMI'd up to the telly, as well as my native DVD player, which is run through the Kramer video processor and scaler, and there was a difference in the quality between the two. This is a Region 2 disc, so I put it on my 4K Blu-ray player, which is Region 2, and this upscaled it very nicely, making it look like Blu-ray. But when I popped it in my Region 1 DVD player and tried to upscale it, which it's region free really, it didn't have the same color pop. So the 4K Blu-ray player was not only upscaling it, but changing the color space as well, from the native one on the disc to like 709 or something on the telly. And honestly, the colors in this are really nice. I got nothing bad to say. The sound on this is only Dolby Digital 5.1. You get a English, Spanish and Portuguese track, so there's quite a lot on here besides the movie. But the soundtrack, honestly, I mean, it's dance numbers, it's loads of people cheering behind you. You feel like you're in the Coyote bar when you're listening to the soundtrack. There are moments when it's just talking and the vocals are nicely centered, but there is so much meat coming out of the left and right, and I mean meat and sound, not what you're seeing in the picture, but there is so much bass coming from the front, left and right, and lots of vocals. Like, the soundtrack on this is really fantastic. I can only imagine on the Blu-ray, where it's uncompressed, it's gonna sound even better. Yeah, this film came out pre 9/11 as well. August the 4th 2000 it got released, and I can imagine that this is indicative of what life was like back before 9/11. Everyone's having a good time, you know, everyone's drinking, and you know, as I say, I never watched it when it first came out. I heard about it, but I never caught it. But I'm glad I did. It's actually a pretty good film. I mean, there are a couple of fruity scenes in it, but there's also a cameo by Mr. Michael Bay himself, who must have been doing Pearl Harbor at the same time this was being made, and he's a photographer in the Coyote Ugly bar. It's a blink and you'll miss it cameo, but it's really good. In fact, it's really good to see John Goodman as well, you know, back in the day, be playing the father of the main character. Like, I'm not going to talk about the story, I'm sure everybody's already seen it. It's basically an underdog story, you know, rising up. It's basically like The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox. You know, girl goes to the big city, want to make it, and then finds her a different calling and falls in love, and it literally is the secret of my success for chicks, you know. And it is very much a girl's film. It's very much a woman empowering film as well. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I watched it. I'm glad that I got it. It only cost me £2, you know, for the DVD. I'm not going to get the Blu-ray, and I very much doubt I'll ever get a 4K. it's only going to be the theatrical cut. It's Disney owned, Buena Vista Pictures distribution, so I very seriously doubt they will release the, you know, unrated extended cut, because there are some titty shots and there are some nude scenes in that film. It ain't for kids, guys. The theatrical version, I'm sure, is more toned down, but unless some indie company like Sugar Vinegar or whatever they're called, you know, or what are the other brands people, I can't remember, if one of them brings it out, then it'll get a decent transfer, but of the unrated cut. But it's just going to be the theatrical cut if Disney do it, and I've not heard any news on the fact that it is coming, so who knows. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Go check it out. In the next video, we'll be going through more Criterion films, Vista films, and Jerry Bruckheimer films. And thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.